Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and on today's unboxing, I finally have another lot from eBay that I can't wait to unbox. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back, and what feels like forever, I finally have an unboxing for this week. So I got a lot off eBay, and that's what I typically like to do. I like to wait. I like to try and catch auctions when like maybe they're flying a little bit under the radar, which this one had no bids, and I don't know if people just weren't interested. I know there was a few people, it said eBay said there's some people watching it. I was the only person that even bid on it. So I got it for the starting bid, which wasn't like super cheap, but there's a lot of stuff in here that I was really excited about. And, you know, I'm always down to get some extra fodder for some customs. I like to get some figures that aren't in my collection that I can just add to the shelf, but I got quite a mix of stuff in here. So I don't want to waste too much more time. I'm going to start unboxing. All right, so we are back, and there's a few different things in here, and I obviously knew the gist of what I was getting. I knew I was getting some fodder. I was getting a few figures that I wanted, and then there was a couple bags that had just some random stuff. So there's some action figure clothing in here. We'll just go through here real quick. I think that is an Andre the Giant singlet. We've got some plain black pants. We have the Retro Fest Ric Flair robe. We have a custom belt. I don't even know what belt that is. Some older NWA belt or something. USSR jacket for Nikolai Volkov, which I don't know if I have for mine, so that's a cool pickup. We have some jeans, which I could find a use for those. They're rather large, but I'm sure I could find something. We've got a sensational Sherry robe. We have a kilt, which I have been meaning to make some Headbangers figures. And then this one is a Roddy Piper kilt, but I will probably end up using both of those for my Headbangers customs if I get around to those anytime soon. We've got a couple of LWO shirts, and they're the rubber shirts, so I think those are from the 4-pack with the like Nitro Notables 4-pack. I had Eddie Guerrero, Larry Zbyszko, and then Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Here's a JBL jacket from Elite 23. Excuse me. We have a Sergeant Slaughter hat. We've got a Hulkster, weight belt, a few accessories here. Let's start grabbing some handfuls. Kendo sticks. We have a Roddy Piper cutoff. More kendo sticks. Here's a busted ring bell. Let me just throw that in the trash. Camera. And then there's a few of these hats. So there's this one. I don't know what they're from. If they're from, I want to say they're from Figures Toy Company. They have stuff like that. It might be from them. Hot Rod shirt. We have an alcohol-fueled Stone Cold shirt. A Killer Bees shirt. That's cool. I do have Killer Bees custom, so I throw that on one of them. Miss Elizabeth dress. A hat and necklace. I can't remember who that necklace came with. Another one of these silver hats. And a microphone. We have a piece of wood. 2x4 maybe. We have I think this is a 3D printed Book of Love from Brother Love. Some NXT microphones. More hats. We've got some head scans. So I'm not sure where these are all from. This is Brother Love. This is Fatu, I think. Pretty sure so. This one, I am not sure who this is supposed to be. I tried telling from the pictures. I have no clue who it's supposed to be. If you have any clue, please let me know. I don't know where that head scan is originated. Like, I don't know who made that one. And I don't know if it's just the paint job. It makes it hard to tell, but I do not know who that is. I'll probably completely repaint that and make a Joel Gertner from ECW, if you know who that is. Here's one of the damn it, what are their names? From the hog guys, the Godwins. That's what we go. One of the Godwin right there. We're almost through this bag here. Some more plain black pants. Here's another head scan. I'm not sure who this is. I can't tell. And like I said, sometimes you paint them up and it's a little easier to get the likeness. Here's another hat. We've got a towel like that goes on Kane's head, or I put mine on Taz. Another one of these hats. Probably use a couple of those for like the Hardy Boys or something. Here's Eddie Guerrero from, which I think from one of his elites. We got that Hall of Champions, the WCW one. And then we got the, that was on the Nitro Notables pack. So then here's the Miss Elizabeth head. That goes with that dress. And then these last few handfuls are mostly just head scans here. So we've got a yellow and blue hat. One of the leggings from the Elite Berserker. I can't remember what series that was. This, I don't know who this is. But I think that I can fib it and make a custom of Slick. I've got the Sensational Sherry head scan. This one right here is the Tonga Kid, which I do have a head scan of, but that one's painted up. Might just go with that. Here is Samu. So clearly this person ordered these head scans and then got the Legends figures and said, oh, damn it, and threw them on eBay. Here's a Rhino. I like that. I might just pop that onto my ECW Rhino. I think this is Taka Michinoku, which I have a Jack's Bone Cruncher head on mine, but I might throw this on there instead. Maybe repaint it a little bit. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you can tell. Dang it. So, the eyes, I think, are decals. And I know Curb Stomp sells, like, eye decals. I've never seen them used. I'm pretty sure that's what's on there. And then we've got some more microphones. One more head scan that I cannot decipher who it is. I feel like I see, like, Mark Jindrak. I don't know why it would be a Mark Jindrak head scan, though. And then one more Eddie Guerrero. So just continuing here, I've got another bag, and this has most of the like bulk of everything. And these kind of, you know, I swear they put smoke-free home, but these smell kind of like smoke. So maybe they don't smoke in their house, but they smoke in their car with this box of figures because it still smells. You can't hide it. You can't lie about it. It always smells. Just don't do it. These are mostly, these bodies, anyway, moving on. These bodies mostly are incomplete. There are some that are complete, but I'm excited about these parts. So we've got two Retro Fest bodies of Ric Flair. I don't have that figure, so I'm going to just piece things back together, make the all red Ric Flair. We've got an Arn Anderson Elite. Another Arn Anderson. We have again, here's the Nitro Notables, Kevin Nash. Here's the Scott Hall, what Elite? The Hall of, no, not Hall of Fame. The WrestleMania line that had, God, I don't even remember. I don't remember. I only saw that Scott Hall in stores like one time. We've got a Warlord body. We have, so this came from a customizer. So it was a guy who, I don't know why, he was just selling some parts, but this is funny. He was working on a Ralphus, Jericho's personal security. He's got a Paul Heyman head on there. And that Paul Heyman head, oh man, so he looks like he did a little bit of work around here. Like he sculpted some stuff off. but I might fix it up again so to get give him that hair back and use that head scan. I used to have a Paul Heyman Jax figure back in the day, but I think I sold it. Here's some remnants of a Elite 23 Cesaro. I really like that figure. Here is the Retrofest GameStop Hacksaw Jim Duggan, which I don't have in my collection. I passed up originally. I didn't like the head scan, but now that you can kind of make anything swappable, I regretted passing it up. I'm going to pop that head off, Dremel it out, and just make it interchangeable so that I don't always have to have that goofy head on it. But excited to get that figure. That's one that I'm not going to have to touch. Just going to the shelf. We have the Elite Lince Dorado. That's the regular version. I only ever saw the Chase in stores. So I have the all gold version, the Chase, which is really cool. But that one, I kind of preferred the normal version. Same with the Buddy Murphy or Buddy Matthews. I only ever saw the Chase in stores, the all black one, which did turn out to be way cooler, but nonetheless. Here we got some basics. Got Roddy Piper, a Cody Rhodes body, Bob Orton. Another basic, Dolph Ziggler. But these basics are old, so they have arms that actually bend. So that'll be nice to use those. Got an Elite Brodus Clay. I don't know, I'll find something for him. I like making big dudes, big customs. Here is a Jerry Briscoe body. So I think there's a couple of these in here. Jerry Briscoe, he's got that Austin torso. He's actually, I think he has a full Austin formula. Same legs, same lower calves. So those are some parts that I always like to pick up, are the Austin parts. Here's another Jerry Briscoe. You see he's got the boots on there. And then I think we have his boots. So we've got one sort of pieced up Dude Love. We have a leg from Mr. Perfect. Here's one Jerry Briscoe boot. Here's the other Mr. Perfect leg. Looks like it just broke off. I mean, I have that same Mr. Perfect and those hips suck. But then this is, I think I'm most excited for this, just in general. I don't have this Mr. Perfect, so I do have the blue one. I didn't like it because he was too tall. So this one does use smaller thighs. The first one, the blue one that they made, used the Jack Swagger thighs, and he was really tall. And I knew that they had corrected it in that Nitro Notables pack, so they must have just gave him smaller thighs to fix the height. I thought they gave him smaller calves, which is how I fixed mine up. But I guess, because I remember seeing the new Mr. Perfect that's coming out, I thought that they used those Tyson Kidd thighs, and no, it turns out they did, because that was the formula they went with here. But anyway, there's round 2. And then we've got some baggies here. Don't really need to go through these. There's really not much. Here's a baggie. We've got a bunch of knee pads, and I did kind of look through there. There's some arms, just some random pieces. I don't think there's a single matching pair. I think these are some Big Show arms. The knee pads, though, I always colorful knee pads I don't have a ton of. So the red, blue, all that stuff I like having. There's this one single leg that's not even, I have no clue what this leg is from. Is it a Brodus Clay leg? Maybe. But there's just one of them. We've got a baggie with a crap ton of hands. Nothing special in there. Just a bunch of hands. It's a good mix of hands. There's different stuff. It's not just a bunch of pale hands. And then the last baggie that I have of stuff here, it's pretty cool. You got some championship belts in here. We've got the Cruiserweight belt. We've got the now defunct Women's Raw Championship. We've got the Hardcore title, which I wish they'd redo, and I don't know, maybe not. Do with the actual plates on here. These are just molded, but maybe that's best for the Hardcore title. We've got Ric Flair's red boots. So I'll just slap those back on the Retrofest. We've got a pair of Barry Windham boots. And we've got 3 more belts here. So we've got the U.S. title. I always liked this title. We've got the Oval Intercontinental belt, which is my favorite iteration of the belt. And then lastly, we have the Undisputed Championship. I love that. This is my favorite WWE belt of all time. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think it is a shame that they got rid of it after just a short amount of time. But I'm always excited. I love adding that back in. And there's really only a handful of people that have held that belt. So I think that'll probably cover everyone in my collection. I think I have everyone that has held that belt. But anyway, that is the unboxing, which like I said, it feels like we haven't done one in forever. I kind of slowed down buying stuff. I pick up things here and there, but I've mostly just been buying off clearance because things have been clearancing out. The demand was crazy during the pandemic, and then things kind of caught up. And then people had to go back to work. People just people aren't buying. There's a lot of stuff I watch on eBay that is a good deal. A lot of figures that are just sitting there. People aren't really buying them right now. It seems pretty slow. And, you know, it's nice for picking up stuff like this, but I'm in the same boat. I'm not really buying up a bunch of stuff because I know I can get it cheaper down the road. I have a feeling that this year's Ringside Black Friday deals are going to be pretty nuts because I can't imagine they're low on stock. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff they need to get rid of, but excited to unbox all of this. I have ideas already for a lot of the stuff that came in. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. Of course, I appreciate that. And remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy more action figures. Figure Dude, out.